today we are gathered here, obviously, for Bradley Corns and all that he was, all that he will stand for and continue to stand for. First off, I want to talk about Bradley's childhood. Obviously, all of us didn't have great childhoods. You know, we experienced hardships and we went through that sometimes by ourselves. But we made every moment count as children, and we had the most fun we could have had. The second thing is the dumb stuff we used to do as kids, such as throwing each other off the bunk beds and would you say a blanket?
That was fun. That was fun.
I think it was actually a.
It was just carpet.
It was, you know, it didn't feel good when we landed.
You're not wrong.
Really?
The second thing, we used to make a bridge with our heads and put a blanket over our heads and step on each other's heads to get to the other side of the bunk bed. You know, that was just something we did. We loved to do. It was just goofy to us. And I remember one day stepping on Brad's head. Had the bloodiest,
Big ass head.
bloodiest nose. Wouldn't stop. And that's how we had fun. You know, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. We weren't the wealthiest family. We played cops and robbers in the woods, and we climbed trees. And so, excuse my language, sorry. But that's the type of people we were. We still are. And we will continue to be for Brad.
Yes, sir.
Kentucky.
Always.
Brad was very outdoorsy. You know, he loved everything that had to do with going outside, from basketball to playing in the snow.
Basketball fanatic.
Especially backwoods.
We used to snowboard down the hill by Grandma's house, and there was several times where I could have lost my life, and Brad saved it. I remember him sledding off one of the biggest jumps there was that just had a drop off, and you know, his jacket got caught on a spike, and he was dangling there for at least 10 minutes. You know? He sat there and he laughed at us, you know. He sat there and like, look at you, you look dumb, bro. And you know, he loved every second of it, you know, every second that he got to spend outside and be with his friends. That's what he was about. Middle school Brad, who was approved, by the way. Brad wanted nothing to do with anything but activity. He didn't want to be involved in any other extracurricular activities. Right.
You're a little slow.
But it took a while to get Brad out of his comfort shell, and he broke mine too. You know, I had a lot of anger growing up as a kid. Brad sat me down and taught me how to correctly come to a person without anger, without expressing my emotions in a bad way. And Brad taught me that a lot more. Brad had an unmanageable, unremarkable energy towards everybody. It didn't.
Last person.
You could do him dirty, and he'd still love you. That's just the person he was.
Yeah.
Loved every one of you. Not only was his energy unmatched, but he had generosity forever. He would give you the shirt off his back. Realistically, let's all be real here. If it was money, if it was food, if it was clothes, it didn't matter. He was there for every one of us. Always was. He was also curious about all of our lives, and that's why each one of you are here today. Every one of you are here today because Brad showed interest in him. You showed interest in Brad. he is thankful. He is thankful we are all here for him. Brad loved to put other people's happiness before his own. And that is a flaw, yes, but we're not here to talk about flaws. We're talking about his life and who he was. And that was another thing that made him a great person, was he loved to see every smile. He loved to make you guys laugh. He loved to make me laugh. He loved to laugh. There was no greater person than Brad Corns. And there are some things that some people didn't know about Brad. Brad suffered from depression and anxiety. He didn't show it. He didn't have to me anyways. But if you guys have known Brad for as long as I have, and know, he chews his fingernails.
Just like everyone else in the family.
Fucking bus.
Right? Not wrong.
He really did though.
Always. Fighting them shits.
Make fun of my ass for the same thing.
Right?
That
Yeah,
was a
make fun of us
coping
all.
mechanism. That's what he would do when he was stressed, or he had anxiety, feelings of anxiety going. And I know because I used to do it. But with that being said, none of you could tell that he was hurting, and that's the way he wanted it. He wanted you guys to know that he was still happy all the way through, and he was. He always will be. He will be in our hearts forever.
Damn
Another
straight.
thing I want to talk about is the roast sessions that we used to have.
Oh god. Everybody gonna be crying for a different reason now.
He was a huge
I would just be sitting on the couch and have to get the shit.
he was a
Bullshit.
component to those roast sessions, and without him, we would not have had the laughs we had, and we would not.
What is
He
big
would
ass
have brought us
nose?
so much
Oh my
joy.
god. He's Italian.
He looks it, doesn't he?
All his price tags.
Some of Brad's hobbies included basketball,
Basketball.
fashion. He was a very fashionable man.
He wore kimono with the price tags.
I'm trying to roast this man now.
From his socks to his hat, you know, he loved clothes. He loved to dress for the occasion. It didn't matter if it was an event he was going to in 15 minutes. He would have went out and bought some new clothes from Plato's Closet like he always did.
Never lost his
Another interest of his is vehicles. He loved his vehicles, man. He always talked about getting a truck, and you know, it's gonna be hard, but he loved us all. The fondest memories I have of Brad are when we lived on Hilltop Street and we used to go down to sleep and spray paint, airsoft, tag, hide and go seek. You know, that was our
Half of it is Andrew's fault. We be trying to sleep and he's pelting us with airsoft bullets.
There was one specific instance where it was me, Michael, and Brad, and we were going to Slegians, and me and Michael had walked away from Brad, and the next thing we know, we're hearing noises. So me and Michael are actually looking around, trying to figure out where had Brad went, and a couple minutes go by, some noises, you know, are being made, and Brad's like, up here. He climbed a tree.
Always up
Not
there.
to
It was
a
on the
point
ceiling.
where we could not see him, where we could not see him, and was scaring the shit out of us. He loved to make us laugh, man. that was his specialty, and making us happy was a trait that he will always have, will always carry with us. The last thing I want to talk about are the dreams he wanted to do and the stuff he wanted to accomplish. The last conversation we had talked about what he wanted to do as a career. He said, he had told me that he wanted to get into selling homes and fixing up houses and reselling them. I know he wanted to travel with this job and explore the world and everything that came with it, because his energy was just so positive and so loving. There is, I think, to my knowledge, Brad had too much love and he could not give it all out. There was so much love built inside of him that he couldn't comprehend what to do with it, so he made others' lives better. And that's the Brad I know. That's the Brad I will